Today I meet strong Grandmaster David Howell, who is also a world-class commentator. We have played 3 games, 1 classical, which was draw, and 2 Blitz games, each taking 1 win. The Blitz games weren't masterpieces, but the one I won had some instructive moments. Let's take a look. David was white and he played e4. My choice was c5, knight f3, knight c6, actually d6, and knight c3. Then I played knight f6 and he played e5. This is kind of a Blitz variation, you can say so. White is not getting much, but it's different kind of pawn structure and everything. So this is playable, and you can play this easily in Blitz games. White's choices are quite easy after e5. I took here, he took with knight, and then I played a6. I think this is the most practical way to meet this line, because it prevents all bishop b5 ideas, and then black can play like queen c7 and the knight c6. Here he played queen e2, and probably I should continue with queen c7 and knight c6, but in the game I played e6, and now he played g4. Very interesting choice, because now he can put bishop on a long diagonal, and then there is some g5 ideas. So there is some problems to solve. Even computer likes black's position. It's not so easy to meet those ideas. Probably I should play knight fd7 here to prevent any kind of g5 ideas. I can trade knights and have quite easy game. Instead of this, I played b6, and the idea was to bring bishop b7 and trade bishops, because this is quite obvious that white is going to do this. I played rook here, and maybe this is slightly inaccurate idea, because now white can have slight edge. g5, knight here, h4, I trade the knights, and then queen c7, and my idea was to trade queens as well, and then probably I can try to play h6 or something like that, and maybe white is overextended here. Okay, he played d4 here, and I think it might be better idea to trade queens like this way, because then bishops can be quite dangerous in some lines. But anyway, this is playable, of course, but I think after queen trade and bishop trade, black's position is at least fine. Okay, but he played knight e4, I played bishop d5. Idea was to break any kind of pinning ideas and put knight here, rook here, and have quite smooth position. f4, rook here, bishop here, knight c6, but I think I somehow underestimate knight d6 ideas. He played c3, and now I think I'm not too happy with my position, because I think I can't castle here. He can even create some kingside attack if I bring my king here, which I think I eventually did, yes, and then there are still some problems to solve. But here I could do knight e7, which is quite clever move, but it seems that white has knight d6, but I can take this with rook, and if pawn takes back, I can take here, and even take here. Okay, lots of trades, but eventually this is at least okay for black. And I think if white tries to get something more, black has very nice outpost on f5, maybe even better than white's e4 outpost, and then bishop e7, maybe castling or king here. I think I like more black's position here, even though computer says this is equal, but there is some ideas to get some play with h6 later on. Anyway, in the game I played bishop e7, king f2, king d8, and now probably b4 or some kind of play on queen side is needed to get more advantage. Okay, h5 is also an option. Maybe the idea is to play h6, and if black plays this one, then this kind of things can happen. This is quite similar that happened in the game. He played b3, king c7, c4, and now I took here and played knight d4. Okay, it seems that black's position is quite okay. Rook d1, h6. Actually here this might be better, because now g6 idea is not so good. I can play f5, and now these pawns can be weak, and if white takes here, my bishop and knight are actually better than white's bishop pair. But here I played h6, and I think this g6 was a kind of surprise for me. I can't remember now, but okay, I played f5, he took on d4, and I could take here, but I just took back. There's nice idea to pin this bishop and use this pin, and if king takes here, I can take with rook. If I take with pawn, then he can stop this one, and maybe f5 is coming, and I'm going to lose. But if I take with rook, then this is quite balanced. Yes. Okay. In the game we had this kind of position, and now I played a5. It seems that position is almost dead draw, but we played on, and things can happen in the Blitz. So in here I think I could get a draw by just moving this rook, but I think I tried for more, because I was up in the clock, so I made some moves, but suddenly I made wrong choice here. I didn't see this bishop coming on c6, and now I'm in trouble. I have to play rook here, and after losing this pawn I can still hold the draw if I bring my king here. Now if rook goes here, these pieces are under attack, and he doesn't have time to do something like this. But I have to be quick, because if he plays like this, I think I have to do this immediately. For example, now the position is going to collapse. The winning idea is probably just putting bishop on f7, and now my g7 pawn is too weak. But here I thought that this rook c7 is even better, but surprisingly this is winning if white takes here. But in the blitz you usually play just bishop b5 in this kind of positions, because it's very hard to find this idea in time trouble, that you can just give your piece and win one pawn, and then these are too clumsy to stop white's pawns. So probably king b7, and after taking here I can't trade. If I play rook c8, just rook here, and white just takes the pawn, and rook here. There's even more chances on queen side if this somehow holds. I'm not sure, but at the moment it seems that white can't do anything here, but these are in freeze also also king, so maybe just some kind of advance on queen side is enough for win. Okay, back to the game. He played bishop b5 instantly, and then bishop c5, and now we are again in this kind of time scramble where both just play some moves. Okay, but now I played this without thinking that there's still problems with these pawns. I should move my rook somewhere, and probably the game would end a draw quite quickly, or maybe white is trying to play this, but he's on low on time, so probably the draw was quite near after rook d8 or some rook move on 8th rank. But instead I played this one, and then white is suddenly winning again. And now we can see that these pieces are much better than my rooks. Okay, have to play precisely. First this one, and then my rooks are not cooperating. Just rook here, and then probably b4 or c5, and yeah, maybe it's better idea to just play king here. There is not much black can do here. Maybe c5 takes, and king will join the attack, and then this is going to be white's game. Anyway, he played this immediately, and then I have chance to trade rooks now. I could and I should take here and bring my rook here, and then okay, computer says that this is equal, but I think there might be some chances to even win this with black pieces. I don't know. Okay, rook d6, king here, and then just perpetual. Okay, so the draw was quite near here. Anyway, in the game I played this first, and it seems that this is mistake again, because now white can play c5 and I can't take this one, and now my pieces are going to be paralyzed again, and that would be a big problem for black. Anyway, in the game white played king c3, I took here, played rook d1, rook here, check, king d2 is better. I don't know exactly why, but maybe c5 is the reason, and now these are creating strong threats, I don't have time to collect these pawns. He played king d4, and now this would be better according to the computer, but this is already time scramble situation. We just play quick moves and mistakes happens. I think there is one important moment in chess-wise. Let's see. Okay, I'm winning here, but I think I was losing in one moment. Yeah, actually here. Okay, now somehow rook a6 is leading to draw. Probably the reason is that white's position is too active again. Even I can do something like this. Bishop can join the attack, and then c pawn, rook, and bishop, king are cooperating very well. But in the game, I went here, and now I could lose immediately after bishop c6, king here, and checkmate in 2 moves like this. And he had only 5 seconds without the increment, but I think it's more than enough for a few moves. But okay, he probably made pre-moves or something like that, and I somehow avoided that kind of loss. Here, I think this was small mouse slip. My idea was to put rook on f1, and here he lost on time. But this position is quite interesting. How to win? This pawn is not so easy to stop. If my king goes somewhere, it can easily go forwards if bishop is somewhere d7 or b7. But this pawn is also weak, and I can use some endgame technique here. Like, for example, if white plays like this, I can first attack the pawn and then bring my rook here. And for example, bishop f3, I can play king here, and now he has to go backwards, and now rook is going to give a check, or if bishop goes here, I can attack to bishop and then give a check, and now this pawn is going to fall, and now rest is quite easy. I just take this pawn and then this pawn. For example, I can play like something like this, and here if he tries to do something else, I think there is nothing he can do. I can just take here and put my rook back to the c file. Okay, that was the story of this game. Quite turbulent one. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Thanks for watching.